This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
You discussed with
that's
him.
great. Is Michael here?
No.
Michael?
It's me and
Michael? Michael?
These are the plaintiffs, Angelique Taylor and Jasmine Taylor. Angelique says the defendants scammed them by taking a deposit on a car they were selling and then never delivered the car. That's right. They took their money, then ignored them. And they're here seeking justice for the $625 the defendants definitely need to return. These are the defendants, Amanda Camo and Harold Camo Jr. Amanda says the plaintiffs gave her a deposit on the car, all right, but they never came to pay off the balance or pick up the car. That's right. She held onto that car for 3 weeks. Then, out of the blue, they call her saying they didn't want the car any longer and demanded a full refund. We'll see what the judge has to say about that. They're accused of taking the money and not delivering.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Angelique Taylor and Jasmine Taylor, you're suing Amanda Camo and Harold Camo Jr. for $625. Why are you sitting down relaxing and leaving? Get up there and stand there. You're being sued. It's not like you're a witness. All right, you're suing them for $625, a deposit that you placed on a car, and you were never able to get the car. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so my daughter got her license, and
How old are you?
17.
Okay.
She was excited about getting her first car, so she did the process of looking up a car. She found a car that she was interested in, Let Go, that the defendants...
On the website Let Go?
Yes.
Or the app?
Yes,
right?
the app.
The app
yes.
Let Go.
The defendant was listing the car for $1625. So my daughter was interested. They had text message back and forth about the car. We were supposed to go meet the defendant on November the 12th to make arrangements to look at the car to see if my daughter liked the car, and if she liked the car, we would leave a deposit on the car for them to take the car off or let go as sold. So on November the 12th, me and my daughter made arrangements with the defendants to go see the car.
Which defendant did you make arrangements with, the man or the woman?
My daughter made the
Who'd you talk to, man or woman?
Harold.
The man.
Okay, now you two, your relationship is what?
Brother and sister.
Yeah.
Sister and brother. Okay, so go ahead.
So we were supposed to meet them on the 12th around 9 o'clock in the morning to go see the car. My daughter and I proceeded to go to their location, the house the address that they gave us to go see the car. So Harold proceeded to write up a contract for my daughter and Amanda. So
For your daughter and Amanda. Whose car is it?
the car was, Harold listed the car as his sister's, but he was representing his sister as
Okay.
a salesperson
Who
to
is
sell
the
the
registered
car.
owner of that car? You are?
My baby's father, but it's my car.
Well, no, it's not. The registered owner is the baby's father. So it's not your car if you're not the title owner. But did he sign it over to you?
To be honest with you, we were in
Yeah,
the
I demand
process.
it when you're
We were
under
in the
oath.
process of doing that, but I have 3 kids, and the car was no longer useful for me. I can't fit 3 car seats, so we didn't even get that far. I got to drive the car for only a few months.
Are you with him or you're not with him?
I am.
You are with him?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So go ahead. What happened?
So he proceeded to write up a contract for my daughter and Amanda.
Okay.
It stated that we was
Did
leaving.
both of them sign it?
Yes, they did. They
Okay. Does anybody have a copy of it?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
We proceeded to leave the 2625.
All right. So the arrangement is that you left $625 as a deposit, so it's sold. And then there will be 2 additional payments of $500 each. The car is being sold as is. November 26th is a $500 payment, and it just says 10th, but I presume that's December 10th?
Yes.
Okay. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Is the other $500 payment. Everybody signs. As of December 10th, the car will be paid in full. Hooray! I've got my first car. What happened?
My daughter was very excited that she was going to get her car. She called her grandmother to let her grandmother know about the arrangements in the car. Her grandmother decided that she would give us the remaining $1,000 to pay off the car so that my daughter can receive the car sooner than what it was. That same day, I proceeded and I called Harold and I let him know, like, listen, my daughter's grandmother decided to give us the rest of the remaining money and we would like to get the car sooner than what it is. So we agreed that we would give them the 2 weeks when the next payment would be due, which is November the 26th. So November the 26th, the verbal agreement that me and Harold made over the phone was that when we come to pick up the car on November the 26th, we would give them the remaining $1,000 and my daughter would get the car. So November the 24th, that Monday, I text him at
24th is a Saturday.
Saturday, sorry.
Okay,
So
go
I
ahead.
texted him at 9:17 in the morning. I said, good morning, just wanted to make sure all's good to pick up the car on Monday. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
No answer back from him. On the 26th, I tried to text him to make sure that everything was okay with the arrangements and that we was good to pick
And
up
what
the car.
happened?
Nothing, no response.
So you
ma'am.
never hear from them again?
I didn't hear from him again until he texted me later on that day, Monday. And he said, I will call you around 7 p.m., I promise.
And did he?
No.
Okay, but at some point somebody tells you the car's not ready, correct?
He did.
Okay, and he tells you we need more time, the car's not ready. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then what happens?
So I continue to text message to him about when is the next pickup for the car. It was always something with him.
Okay, so did you ever try calling her?
My daughter did.
Okay,
Well,
and what
I was
happened
trying
when
to-
you called her?
The number that they gave us to call them was the number of the house that they lived in.
Okay.
Nobody answered.
Okay,
I
so
called
just ring,
him.
ring, ring?
I called him. Nobody answered.
No recorder?
No answer, no nothing.
Was there a recorder, yes or no?
A message
Could you
recorder?
have left a message?
I did.
And did you leave a message?
Yes.
Okay, and no one would answer your call?
I never got a call or text back.
Okay. Did you ever talk to her, yes or no?
Amanda?
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever talk to him?
Yes, on
All
the
right,
phone.
and then what does he tell you is going on with the car?
He told me that the car was going through an inspection. It needed an O2 sensor.
And what date was that?
That was on December the 3rd.
Okay, and so what happened on the date of the payment, November the 26th, when they were supposed to, I know you wanted to pay it in full. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at the text between you and her representative in a moment. But what ended up happening?
They never answered my text. So
for
that,
you to be able to hand the money.
so that we can
All right,
go
now
there.
let me hear from you. What's your defense?
Okay. I do feel bad that they feel I did that, but that's not true. I gave them my cell phone number and my house phone. I'm a mom of 3. I told them sometimes I can't always answer the phone. Don't think I'm avoiding you. You can come to the house and drop off the deposit at any time. They knew where I lived. They were really nice, and I am a little trustworthy. I trusted them to say, come drop off the money, and we'll do another contract that you paid. I got no phone call, no nothing. I was going through a little hard times. I even waited for this young girl because she was so happy to get that car that
Did you
day.
guys ever have her cell phone?
She never gave us her cell phone.
Do you have any evidence that you gave them your cell phone?
I'm pretty sure on the contract I could double check.
Okay, so what conversations did you think your brother was having with them in the meantime?
Basically, he did tell me that they wanted to pick the car up early. I said that cannot happen. I made it very clear to
And
them
that's
also.
fine. You have that perfect right.
Because I
you
didn't have a car.
you have a contract in place, and great for you if they agree to it. But if they don't agree to it, then you don't get to have the car early. I get that.
Yeah.
So go on.
So when they didn't show up on the 26th, I was at my house. I don't really leave much because of my children. So I
I'm
was
sorry.
there.
You know why they didn't show up on the 26th, right? They didn't ghost. Your brother was telling them that they were going to get the car early, even though he had no authority to do that.
No, he did not.
No, let's see the text. Show me
Yes,
in
he
your
did.
phone.
We have
I don't want to talk about it. I want to see the evidence. Show me in your phone the text between you and the brother.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. What's more reliable, buying a used car from a car dealer or from a private party?
I say from a private party.
Why?
Because dealers are very kind of scummy. Usually they work in commission.
You believe that whole thing about would you buy a used car from this man?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What do you say?
I'm also going to go with the private party because, like, I don't know, I feel like they cared about it a lot and it was their possession and they're giving it to you, like, at a better price maybe.
Sentimental.
Yes.
Okay, what do you say?
I would say the dealer.
Why?
I feel like private party, you don't know, like, what they're doing to the car, like, you don't know what they've done to it, how they take care of it.
All good points, I gotta say, going inside the courtroom.
This is the conversation that me and Harold had back and forth.
All right, let's see what we have here. Good morning. Wanted to make sure we are all good to pick up the car on Monday. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
I think they may plan.
Left you messages about the car pickup, no answer. If you can't hand over the car, I want all my daughter's money. So why did you blow them off on the 26th when they were calling you?
Because in the business that I know for 18 years, when somebody goes and buys a car, they buy it right then and there. Nobody gives them 3 days or a month. I'm just saying.
All right, now fast forward, November 27, November 28, November 29. Now it's December 10th. Why doesn't the car transfer then?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never got a phone call. So to me, I thought they just didn't want the car. But then they started with the threats. They wanted to pick up the car right away. If we didn't pick up right when they called, they were annoyed. I'm not doing it.
But did you guys pick up or speak to them at all, or did you guys ghost?
My problem is, why didn't they call my cell phone?
Because they don't have it. I have here a very simple thing. You're supposed to pay on the 26th, and you're supposed to pay on the 10th. You want the car early. I believe you that he's kind of back and forthing and everything, but that's fine. When it doesn't work out, then there is a protocol. So I'm not sure how it is that when we get to, she's mad now. Harold, you're playing games. I will be sending the cops to your house today. Oh, I kind of do see how we get to where we go. What's the point of that?
I know.
If we're sending the cops to your house today, as soon as I get off work, did the cops ever go?
No.
What's going on with the car? Did you end up selling it?
No, I ended up taking it off the road for her because I
want to hear what happened now. Who's driving the car? You
Nobody.
are?
Nobody's driving it. I took it
Did you
off
get
the
another car?
No, not even that yet because I ended up.
Okay.
May I explain?
You took it off the road?
Took it off the road. Took the registration off because I swear I would never do that to her. I felt so bad.
Okay, so why am I here? Why didn't you just sell her the car then?
Because I needed to keep looking for a car. But now I got $2,000 worth of tickets because I put it in the wrong spot. I know, I'm an idiot. Unregistered. I know, I admit it. I admit it.
What do you mean the wrong spot? Where did you put it?
I was supposed to park it a little over more near the gas station, and I parked it like right center. So
of what? In the street?
No, at a gas station. I know the gas station guy, but he told me to park it more to the side. I messed up. So now I got tickets, and nobody can drive it yet.
Not only that, you can't sell it.
Yep.
But how do you figure that you're going to keep the deposit?
Honestly, because after 4 weeks went by, I was under the impression that with all that drama they were building, threatening and stuff like that, why would I hold the car? Why would I hold the car for that long?
First of all, let's take a step back. You've sold a car you don't own title to. The correct owner is not even on that contract. That piece of paper we can blow our noses with. On what possible legal ground would you stake your hat on not returning that deposit? Because you don't even own the car. You can't sell it. You can't sell it. He can't sell it. Nobody here can sell that car.
Michael would be there to sign the title over. We discussed with him.
That's great. Is Michael here?
No.
Michael? Michael?
He hates his name. Trust me.
Okay. $625. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yay. Jesus. Well, it's been a battle for him, but the plaintiffs are finally going to get that money back. You could have saved all this by just giving them some money. Why didn't you give it back?
More to the story than what it is. I really...
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
A lot of grief.
Like they came to threaten, but they can't come to deliver the money. Come on.
But still.
Well, once you threaten my family, you don't get no deposit back. Sorry. Waste your time now.
They're getting it. You got to pay them. Okay?
What are you doing?
Sorry about that. You're going to have to give it back. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is getting heated here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good enough.
Hi.
How you feeling now?
I am very excited that my daughter's going to get back her $625 because, to my opinion, they were scam artists. They wasn't going to release the car anyway. They got the car still listed on Let Go under 4 different accounts for 4 different prices. So they never planned on giving my daughter the car in the first place. So I'm very happy that the judge was in our favor.
Good for you. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're
Have a nice day.
Okay. We like happy people. Harvey?
Hey, Doug, you can't sell what you don't own, and if you don't have title, you don't own the car. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
This is the plaintiff, Charles Solak. He says he hired the defendant to paint his house, gave him a deposit, then poof, he never showed up to do the work. He let him know in no uncertain terms he wanted his money back. The scammer claims he spent it on supplies, hasn't shown him any proof, and he's tired of dealing with this louse, so he's suing for $1,660, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, John Zavala. He says his truck was stolen and he had to replace it and all of his equipment, so he missed the starting date for the work to be done. When he explained his situation to the plaintiff, the guy told him then and there he wanted his money back. Well, he already bought the paint for the plaintiff's job. He's ready, willing, and able to start, and doesn't owe the plaintiff a refund. He's accused painting a customer into a corner.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff hired the defendant to paint his house. The guy took his deposit, never gave it back. The defendant says his truck got stolen, but he was willing to start late and had already bought the paint. It's the case of Hughes Stink.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Solak, you are suing Mr. Zavala's company, which is a painting contracting company, for $1,660 that you say you are out as a result of hiring him and him not showing up. Tell me what happened.
Well, I hired Mr. Zavala to paint my house on November 27.
Where did you find? Was he recommended to you? How did you find him?
No, I found him through the Home Magazine ad that everybody gets pretty much in the mail. And he had an ad. This was his ad.
Okay. Can I see the ad? And so you hire him, and what are you hiring him to do?
To paint my house and to clean the pavers, clean the. I have a roof. I have a tile roof, and he was going to clean the roof, and there was a small wood repair.
Okay. And you were going to pay him how much?
The grand total was about $4,400.
All right. So you give him a down payment, and the down payment is $1,560?
Correct.
And that happens on November 27th?
Correct.
And what day does he say he's going to come to start work?
December 4.
Does he show up on December 4th?
No.
So he doesn't show up. Do you call him and say, hey, where are you?
He does not show up. He doesn't call.
Do you call him?
I waited until I thought, okay, well, maybe December 5th. So I waited until the end of December 5th. He still didn't show up. So
So
I called him.
Right.
And he explained that his truck was stolen and that he had some excuse. I said, well, why didn't you call me?
Right.
And he said he lost my number.
Okay.
I said, okay, but he said he was going to be there the next day, December 6th.
Okay. And did he come?
No.
All right.
And he didn't come December 7th.
Okay. So what'd you do?
So by that point in time, I thought, he doesn't call.
And he didn't call. Okay.
So by that point in time, I tried calling him, and I sent him an email on December 8th, which was Saturday. And I said, I need to, I want to cancel the contract because I can't rely upon him to do the job. And this is in December. It was going to take him 1 week to do the job.
Right.
Since,
Did he answer you?
He did not. Well, I finally did call him, and I told him, I wanted to cancel the job. He said, well, he had already bought the paint. And I said, well, you show me the receipt for the paint, give me the paint, and I'll deduct that from the deposit.
Okay.
He said he was going to do that, but he never did.
Okay.
And so...
What's the part of your lawsuit where you're asking for $100 for 2 paint cans? I don't get that part.
I gave him 2 paint cans so he could take that to the paint store to do a proper match, because I was painting the house the exact same color. And so I gave him 2 paint cans.
Why do you need 2?
Well, just in case it wasn't enough in the other can or the slight variation.
So they're virtually empty paint cans?
No, they were not.
All right, what did he give you? Tell me about the paint cans first, because that's a part that I'm interested in. I don't know why.
He gave me 2 leftover.
Where are they?
I still have it. It's on. I still have it on me. Not in here, obviously. But yes, he did give me 2 halfway cans. One was like rock solid, and we couldn't do anything with that one.
Right.
And the other one was like...
Good. Well, you still have them, right?
Yeah, I still have them.
Okay, so that's going to be easy to resolve. Now, where you been? Because a guy hired you to do a paint job, and you disappeared. What happened?
So if the truck gets stolen and the guy can't start on time, is the customer still entitled to get money back?
Yes.
Why?
Because they didn't get the job done.
Didn't get the job done, but not their fault.
True, but they should get their money back.
You buying that?
No.
Why?
Because it's out of their control.
It is out of their control. So you give them a break.
Give them a break.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So let me explain to you what happened. My truck got stolen, so I have all my files when I put it on the truck, and I lost his file. So I was hoping for him, to call me, and it's my. I understand it was part of me not contacting him, but I was so worried about, my worker got hurt.
Your worker got hurt how?
When the truck got stolen.
How did your worker get hurt when the truck got stolen?
He was going to Wendy's to eat his meal, and he ate a meal. He stayed on the parking lot, and 2 guys came up to him, robbed him, take out the truck, and they just beat him, and they left. And they left.
When did that happen?
That happened on the 24th.
24th?
Uh-huh. Correct.
When did you take the deposit from this gentleman?
The 27th. This is what happened.
I'm sorry. So then how could that be the reason you didn't show up on the 4th of December if it had already happened when you took his money?
I can explain to you. This happened right after Thanksgiving. That was on the weekend of Thanksgiving. So we didn't supposed to be working until Tuesday. So my
I don't know what that means, because it's not illegal to work during the Thanksgiving weekend, but go ahead.
No. What I mean is
I have a very simple question. You got your truck robbed on the 24th. You took the man's green on the 27th. That means that when you take his money, you know you have no truck. So why do you take his money to do a job that you are now saying, well, I don't have a truck, so I couldn't do it? I don't understand.
I was getting to that point.
Get there now, because it's not looking good.
Yes, I understand that. So let me explain to you. My truck got stolen on the 24th. I didn't find out the truck got stolen on the 27th.
Why would you not get? How can I possibly believe you when you say that? Your worker gets beat up and robbed, but you don't know about it?
I'm sorry. If you take a look at the police report, everything explains in there that he got stolen.
Why would I believe that you didn't know this at the time you took the guy's money? 3 days later. It's your truck. It's your work truck. It's the reason you're giving for not showing up or calling, which, by the way, did they rob your fingers? No, right? So then you could call them and tell them, I can't be there, right? Instead of leaving the guy hanging. All that could happen, right?
I understand. I was trying to explain to you when I'm getting to that point.
Do a better job of it, because it sounds like horse manure right
I understand, but let me tell you, like I say, the truck got stolen on the 24th, okay? I didn't find out until the 27th.
How are you walking around?
I have to, this is a work truck.
Right, do you have another way to get around?
It's a sedan. I have my own sedan.
Okay, so why couldn't you do his paint job and drive there in a sedan?
How are we going to take big machines on the, it's a professional job.
Why don't you rent something? It's a you problem, it's not a him problem. Exactly how did you resolve this problem? You just didn't work for months? How did you resolve your problem?
Okay, I was getting to that point.
I want you to not say again, I'm getting to that, I'm trying to explain. I want instead for you to get there and answer me. How did you work in December? Answer that.
Okay, I buy a new truck. I bought a new truck.
When did you buy a new truck?
On December 4th.
Oh, well then why did you show up December 6th or 7th?
No,
like you were supposed
I apologize. I'm sorry. Oh, not December 4th, December.
You know what? We're done.
Okay.
Okay. Return the 2 cans to the man and return his money. $1,560. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff will get his money back. Mr. Zavala, what are you thinking about what the judge just decided?
Well, she never let me explain to the case. So, but
What didn't you get to say?
Oh, the thing is that my truck got stolen.
Yeah,
I never
you said
say
that.
I never say that I didn't gonna paint his house. I said I'm gonna paint his house. The problem was everything happened at once, and I was trying to put it together. And I asked him to give me some time, and he refused it. So I already have the paint. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
No
He told
problem.
you up front he wanted his money back.
Yeah, but I
Judge
already
says
have
you
the
got to
paint.
do it.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
You must
Thank
sign a few documents on your way out to the courtroom. Mr. Solak, some people might say you don't have a lot of patience for time. You don't feel that way, though, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, if he had a good excuse, he should have called me and explained the situation.
Yeah.
I would have been more than happy to put it off for a period of time. But it got to the point that I couldn't rely upon him, and I don't want to have a job started and then have it continued for months on end when it should only be like a week job.
Oh, that's understandable. All right.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Harvey, what you think?
Okay, I mean, Doug, look, it doesn't matter that the defendant bought the paint. He didn't get the job done on time, and he has to eat the loss. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on their way into the courtroom right now.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
These are the plaintiffs, Leslie Crowell and Vanessa Nelson Gonzalez. Leslie says they purchased a house from the defendant for $400,000, and unbeknownst to them at the time, he had unpaid taxes he owed, and they were forced to pay them. They sent the defendant a certified letter, which he ignored, a second certified letter, which he denied accepting. Since he has chosen to ignore them, they have no choice but to sue him for the $10,000 they know that they're owed. This is the defendant, Praveen Ratin. He says there were no unpaid taxes on the house when he sold it to the plaintiffs. They're confused because when they went to the town to build a new garage, they were required to pay some fees for permits, and for some reason, they think he should be responsible to pay them. Well, sorry, they're mistaken. He's accused of not paying his fair share.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiffs bought a house from the defendant for $400,000, but the defendant owed taxes on it. We're talking 10 grand, and the plaintiffs had to pay. The defendant says there were no unpaid taxes. It's the case of you tax my patience.
Thank you, Douglas. Leslie Kroll, Jean Kroll, and Vanessa Nelson Gonzalez. Okay,
Yes.
Who's present in front of me?
Leslie Kroll.
And?
Vanessa Nelson Gonzalez.
You are suing Praveen Ratan for $10,000. You say you're actually out $11,000 because according to you, he has cost you that much for violations on a home that you bought for him. Tell me what's going on.
Well, Your Honor, we bought the home in 2017.
Okay.
And
when did you close?
believe it was March 31st or 30th.
March of 2017.
The last day of March.
Okay.
2017.
Uh-huh.
And there was no garage on the property.
Uh-huh.
We bought the property because we wanted to extend it and then maybe put a mother-in-law unit on it. And when we went down to, I can't remember if we got the violation of the ordinance before or if we went down and got notification at that particular time that we couldn't build on the property because the previous owner had not paid for the permit to demolish the garage.
Okay, so there had been a garage there at some point.
Yeah.
A carport that was dilapidated, a tree fell on it, so it did
remove it, yes.
Not a garage, but a carport.
Carport.
And then according to you, you were told by the city that everybody had to have a garage, or you could
Yes.
have a carport?
We had to have a garage.
Okay. Do you have anything in writing from the city saying every house has to have a garage?
Yes.
How long did you own the place?
I bought it in October of 2015. The house was empty for 5 years. It was run down, so it took me about a year and 3 months to complete. Got permits for everything.
If you got permits for anything, did anybody ever tell you, hey, you have to have a garage?
No. They didn't say.
So did you, once you got sued, did you go back to them and say, hey, guys,
I did. They're like, there's nothing there. In the city of Hayward, there is no ordinance saying you have to have a garage. That's what they told me.
So let's start with step one, because that's how the whole thing starts, is that step one, show me how you have to have a garage.
That's from the city.
Okay, notice of violation. All right, so did you take this to the city of Hayward?
Did. I said, what happens? They're like, well, you should have paid a permit when you took it down. I was like, well, a tree fell
Okay,
on
so
it.
they did tell you needed to have taken a permit.
At that point, yes.
Okay, all right. So what happens?
The problem was that we had to pay for the permit to demolish the property.
That someone else had demolished.
Yeah, that somebody else
How
had
much did you
demolished.
pay?
And
It's $1,500 and.
Show me proof that you paid it.
Oh, that's in.
It was paid in with the contract for the reconstruction of the garage.
When you bought this house, was the plan to build a garage, yes or no?
Yes, a garage and convert it into the mother-in-law's. Yes.
Apparently, you got to do that in secret.
Actually, no.
They allow us to convert it, but they said that it has to be
built
a garage
first. Right, and I understand that, but so let's take a moment. You bought the place, you knew you were going to have to build something there. By the way, did you have title insurance?
Yes, the title insurance paid for it, Your Honor.
You're kidding me. This is the first time I've ever seen the title insurance pay for anything.
Oh, yeah, they paid for all of it.
Yeah, because they really messed up.
$4,000.
Now, you had a deductible with them.
Yes, we had a
And that's the $4,000 something?
$490 deductible.
So, okay, so let's go back a second. Let's say there's no violation. Let's just assume for a moment, for the sake of argument, there's no violation. Y'all were going to buy this property, and y'all were going to pay the full construction costs of the mother-in-law's quarters, but instead what happened is there's a violation. So now all you got to pay is $4,000 something, and the construction's got to be what? 30 grand? What is it?
It was $27,000.
$27,000. So here you thought you were going to pay $27,000, and you're only paying $4,900 because you kind of got lucky about the. I love this case. It's really interesting. That doesn't deprive you of a right to come to court. It's interesting, right? Because we all know that you were going to pay $27,000. You got lucky. You paid $4,900, which is just the deductible because the title company was asleep at the helm.
The title company was also asleep at the helm with the taxes.
Now let's talk about that, because that's an entirely separate thing. So tell me about the taxes, because apparently there were also back taxes.
It was supplemental taxes. When we went down, they said the supplemental taxes for 2015-16 were not paid.
For 2015-16?
16. That's when Mr. Bretan owned the property.
Okay. What's your position on the taxes? According to them, is $640.34 in taxes.
Once I sold the property, it was a 2-bedroom. I made it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So once the property sold, they reassessed the property.
You don't object to having to pay the $600?
I paid that already.
When did you pay?
I paid that 2 weeks ago when they told me what it was about.
Okay.
So that
let me see proof that you paid it. You guys didn't pay this, right?
No.
Okay, good.
We just have a letter saying it was owed.
Okay, how much did you pay?
300 something, and then another one was 100 something. That's
so
all.
What's the total?
That's the when I called Alameda County. They told me that's all I owed on there for the supplemental tax, and
because you gave them the date of the closing.
Yes, they pulled up everything.
Okay,
and
so what he paid was $465.71. So because that's what, according to him, that's what they told him he paid. So give me a second to figure this out, because if he should pay more, then he should pay more. You know, this is a bill that says something is due November 30th, 2017. But yes, it's about the improvement.
Yes.
So how do you come up with
fees? So this letter that we got from the Alameda County Tax Association says if it's paid after a certain date, it will be this
Got
much.
it. Okay. Yep. This is the letter from the county saying that if you pay it after November 30th, 2018, the amount has now come up to $648.30. So you need to pay the difference.
Okay.
So I know you're trying to do the right thing. I see that from you running out and doing this, but there are fees associated with having waited this long.
Your Honor, can I
And you can take that up with them?
Yeah, I just spoke to them last week, and they pulled up everything from 2015
Okay, that's
and up.
great, but now look at me. I have this, you have this, so if they are saying this is all that's owed, then get something from them that says that they're not going to charge this because they are saying this, and I've got to reconcile them.
Okay.
So we'll take a recess, and maybe Alameda County, wherever the heck
Alameda County.
Alameda County will talk to you and say, we'll waive it, whatever it is. I just need proof of that because they're not getting stuck with the difference, okay?
No, they're not.
So let's put the taxes to a side. The taxes are getting handled. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is unpaid permit required to demolish the garage.
I gave you that.
Right, and that's the $1,502.74. Did you pay that? You were going to give me something to show, I guess you paid the contractor?
The contractor was in charge of paying all the fees. It was
Okay, did the contractor pay it? Do you have proof of that?
That's the final permits on the house. And this is...
Hold on. Don't go to the next thing. I'm a simple woman.
Okay.
You told me that I would find it here. I don't see the figure 1,500 anywhere.
It's all included in that, Your Honor.
I'm not obviously seeing that you paid the 1,500. I don't know that this isn't for the construction of a new 12 by 20 detached garage. This isn't everything you're telling me, oh, it's all lumped together, but I'm not seeing evidence of that. I need to know that you were charged $1,502.74 for what he did or didn't do in order for me to tell him you got to pay $1,500. I'm not going to have him pay your permitting fees for your new construction that you always knew you were going to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so you go ahead and I'm going to take a recess anyway, and I know you have a lot of documentation, so that's what I'm going to need. If your contractor paid $1,502.74, I'm going to need proof that your contractor paid that. And the storage units, tell me why he would pay you $5,000 for you to store stuff when you always knew you were going to store stuff because you were buying a place that you needed to build on.
We wouldn't have had to go through all the rigmarole and everything else.
Yeah, you did. You were going to build a mother-in-law school. You had to go through the rigmarole. You shouldn't go through extra expense, but you always counted on going through the rigmarole. When you close on that place, you had a storage unit. You put your stuff in storage. How is it that he has to pay for that storage now?
According to the city, the garage was supposed to have been there the whole time.
Yeah, so what? And I hear you on that.
So we shouldn't have had
Except for that, no one hid a lack of garage from you, so you were always going to spend the money on the storage. We're going to take a recess. What I want you to do in the meantime is take this, which is what you handed me, and this, which is what they were mailed a few months ago, and figure out whether any more property taxes are something that you have to pay, all right? And I don't want to hear flopping gums about it. I want something in writing from Alameda County about nothing, this covered it, or no, this is due. Got it? That's going to be your task.
All right.
You're going to reach out to your contractor and find out if this amount that you're suing for, specifically $1,502.74, was ever paid. Court is in recess.
All right.
Thank you.
So why do cities require that homeowners who build houses have garages?
I think it's just like a safety issue where they're afraid that, cities are kind of dangerous.
What's a safety thing?
A safety thing, like people getting their stuff stolen. So.
Yeah, but that's on the person. Why require a garage? Anybody?
Parking spaces, there are not a whole lot of them.
I think that's the answer. I actually think that's the answer. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay. So let's start with you first. My staff contacted the county with you, and what did they say?
That particular tax that they're talking about is canceled.
This one, the one that says that it's 600 and something, got canceled. And then they reissued it in the amount of the 116 and the 349, which is exactly the amount he paid. The taxes are taken care of. Now, I asked you guys to see if you could find anywhere where you had to pay $1,502.74 on his behalf.
Your Honor, the only thing that we could find was in the proposal and the contract, and it says the drawings and the building permits included in the proposal.
Right. So that means
that's
that
all-
so let me see if I got this straight.
Yeah.
You bought a house, you knew you were going to build, and you had to pay for permits for you to build. You did not get charged some penalty or fine because he didn't have a garage there, which, by the way, wasn't a surprise to you. In fact, you have done better than you thought you would because you got the title insurance company for not showing you what they needed to show you, okay? They ended up paying 20-something grand of your construction. Right, so I am not going to make him, there's no such thing as an unpaid permit fee. Either you have the permit or you don't. You guys had to pay a permit fee because you had to pay a permit fee for what you wanted to do, what you always knew you wanted to do it. So there's no penalty or fee out there outstanding for him. Okay, we're done with that.
Okay.
Then the insurance deductible to build the garage, that one's kind of funny considering that a garage you thought was going to cost you $30,000 cost you $4,490 in a deductible. However, you feel he should have to pay your insurance deductible of your title company, which is absurd. That's the insurance policy you bought. That's your, so that's nothing to do with him. He doesn't have to pay your deductible. And the storage unit where you've had stuff stored for all this time during your construction, he also doesn't have to pay for.
Well, Your Honor.
So what he does have to pay for is what he did pay for. Other than the property taxes, which have already been paid, my verdict in this case is for the defendant.
Your Honor.
Well, the plaintiffs fail in this $10,000 lawsuit. You know, you look stunned when the judge announced her verdict.
Yes, because it was a violation of the ordinances and everything else that he did not put up the garage.
Not to the judge's decision.
Right.
She went over this very carefully.
I understand
to you,
that.
and
But we were
it's
out
not
a lot of money, including...
You got 20 grand from the title insurance company. How about that?
No, we didn't get that.
You didn't get the title insurance company money from them?
No. The contractor did.
Well,
yeah, we built
oh, well,
yeah,
whatever. All right. It was built for $4,000.
Yeah.
You made out like a bandit there. All right,
and
folks,
not only that...
I'm sorry the judge's decision was against you, but that's it. You got to live with it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Thank you. Good try. Mr. Rattan, I know you were worried about this. What do you think?
Well, this lawsuit was all about greed. They got paid all kinds of money, and it was in the contract, black and white, that the house is as is.
Yeah,
You're taking
that's
it,
what the
and she
judge
signed
said.
on the dotted line, and we won. I'm happy.
Okay,
Justice
good for
is
you.
served.
Very good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Harvey, what do you think?
I mean, here's the deal. The plaintiffs needed insurance, so the defendant doesn't have to pay the deductible. Plaintiffs only entitled to out-of-pocket losses, and there are none.